miles was that?
Maybe 10 minutes away.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Hello, folks. It didn't chime yet, so I don't know if we're on live, but
It says
live.
live.
Yeah, the screen says live.
usually it goes ching. All right. Well, anyway, watch what you say. All right. Now, tonight, folks. Hello, folks. We're doing a malt liquor Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. Don't say I'm crazy, because look what it says on the bottle, on the back of the bottle. It says malt liquor. What you know about that? All right, now
Oh yeah, there it is, malt liquor.
and people will go berserk over that, but you know they don't understand what the term means. Malt liquor simply means extra strong beer. Okay, so that's what this is. It's extra strong. It's Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. Now, this is actually made in Ireland. It's not one of those things made. I mean, the ones we haven't are made in Ireland, not made in Canada.
Now I was reading online today, Jay. I don't know if it was Wikipedia or where I was reading it. Some countries they just send their malt syrup or something to them, and they mix it with whatever pale beer or whatever that they have that they make in that country.
Yeah, according to some specialized recipe, I saw that. Well, first let me introduce everybody. I'm sorry, I apologize. We have Brandon from Mississippi, myself from Louisiana, John and Charles from Indiana, and Friar Tuck from Connecticut. Now, you're right. There's a special syrup that they send out to certain breweries, and somehow it mimics this, you know. But the one we have is made without that concoction because it's made right at the brewery in Dublin. Now, anybody want to tell the audience, all these hundreds of thousands of people, what year this beer debuted?
Oh, God, I've seen it, but I forget.
I think I forgot.
Well, I'll tell you. It came out in 1801. Can you imagine that's how old this Foreign Extra Stout is? And it's just like India Pale Ale in the sense that they added extra hops and they upped the ABV so that it wouldn't spoil on the long voyage to British territories in Africa and America and India. And they have a fabulous little video on their website where they show how to pour it. Now, I've just caught some heat yesterday and today on my video reviews on how to pour beer. Somebody today said, "You're a stupid wanker. You don't know how to pour beer," and said something, but you won't see his comments ever again. But because I poured some Carlsberg, that's what it was, and it made a big white head. But people are so ignorant about pouring. But on the Guinness website, he does say to use a glass like this. Now, here's a glass, but it's not a Guinness glass, but it's the same design as the website, the video, and he says you tilt it at a 45-degree angle, and you pour it in, and you watch those beautiful, what does he say? The brewmaster, you watch those beautiful bubbles build up, then you turn the glass straight, and you admire the beer. I'm going to admire it. I paid $2.20 for this single bottle. I don't know how much y'all paid.
$8.99 a 4-pack.
That's what I get for mine, $8.99 for a 4-pack.
Yeah, I think that was mine too, or $9 somewhere around in there.
That sounds about right. Did y'all see those pictures I put on Facebook of the big Nigerian bottles?
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to get a hold of some of them big boys, but this is only a little 330 milliliter, 11.2 ounce bottle. So this is nothing but a tease, really. Once you start to enjoy it, they'll all be gone. Wait, okay, I'm going to shut up, and y'all can tell me what y'all see. I know what I'm looking at.
I ended up getting a nice head on mine. I still have a little bit left, and of course do have some lacing. It's a nice dark color on this beer. Just definitely appearance-wise, it's definitely a stout. Can't really see through it.
No joke. It is dark as pitch. And that's a
darkest malt liquors you'll ever drink.
I would agree with that. And one of the best too, more than likely. That's a thick. That's not a thick head, but that's a beige head, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine kind of looks like root beer.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the root beer head won't hang around like this one, will it?
No.
No.
Let's get into the smell because it's exciting. Oh, man. I have reviewed this beer so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And I never get tired of it. I've smelled cherries, y'all. Dark cherries.
Me too. Dark fruits like raisin and stuff like that.
We'll say raisins.
Oh, man. You could just smell it all night, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like you get that hint of cherry that you're talking about, Jay.
Yeah, somebody's bleeping. Could be me. Man, that is such a rich beer. I'm telling you.
I'm getting a bit of a roasty smell to it too.
Roastiness.
Hmm.
I wouldn't argue with that. It's in the background. I think the fruit is in the front, foreground.
Yeah, definitely the dark fruits, like you guys said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, even so, and that rich, like you're saying, that rich dark roasted barley. Even like I don't know if it's really chocolatiness, but it's some kind of rich dessertness.
Once it goes down to the back palate, you can almost hit that little hint of chocolate in there. I think, though.
Now mine's got a little sediment at the bottom, so I'm gonna switch the bottle out a little bit. Chocolate. You know, I made a video. It's still online where I took some vanilla ice cream. I think it was Breyers. I got a decent brand, and I poured this over the ice cream. It was good, you know, but it was too much malt. After a while, it was like ice cream malt and beer malt. It was like gagging after a while, but it did pair well. Played off the vanilla sweetness very well, I thought.
The bubbles clinging to the side of the glass on that. Little tiny, tight little bubbles.
Yeah.
Can't see it. I don't have enough strong enough light.
I'll tell you, it's got some excellent lacing to the beer, though.
Oh yeah.
You think it's worth $2.20?
Oh, sure it is.
That was about the dumbest question you ever heard, huh?
Oh yeah.
I tell you what, it's got the flavors. You know, some people will dog on Guinness. You know, like craft beer snobs, they'll rip on Guinness and say, "You drinking that trash?" I say, "Yep." I can't see how they could criticize this beer, but you know,
It gets pretty good. It gets pretty good ratings on Beer Advocate.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like in the top 10 of the foreign extra stouts on there, the rated ones that they've got on there.
The Guinness.
I don't think it's at the top, but like I said, it's in the top 10, I believe.
That's good because I've heard, you know, people especially rip on the Guinness Draft and the even the foreign extra stout. They'll say, I say, well, I don't know what you're drinking. But
you could put this stout against a lot of stouts out there right now, and it's going to be a phenomenal stout. I don't know if you really dog this beer up any.
what they say is it's mass produced. You know, the same old story. It's a macro beer. It is a macro beer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's one of the most popular beers in the world, and it's drink like if you go now in America, it's sort of like a gourmet beer, right? But if you go to Nigeria, they're drinking this beer everywhere. It's like Schlitz malt liquor or somewhere, you know, something like that over in Nigeria. They are guzzling this stuff left and right now. That's just a fact, and they've been drinking that in Nigeria since the 1800s. So this is like everyday stuff to them, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta respect that.
Yep. And I gotta say, I don't see why anyone would give any Guinness, at least the stouts, low marks because, well, style guidelines absolutely fits them. Very flavorful. You really just cannot go wrong with any of the Guinness stouts, in my opinion. And this is definitely one of their best.
I think it is the best, personally, but not to say I don't like the other ones. People take that wrong. I mean, the extra stout, you know, the 6%,
Mm-hmm.
that's a dynamite beer. You remember we examined that one, how good that was.
Yeah.
Everybody was raving on that thing, and we were doing the Canadian produce, which some people say isn't as good. I can't really say whether it is or not. My daughter drank some Guinness. Now, when she went to Ireland last year, she drank a lot of Guinness, she said, but I don't know if she was drinking the draft or the stout because she couldn't really tell me. She didn't know, but she said it tasted better over there, in her opinion. Now,
This is probably one of my favorite ones of the Guinness series. I really like this one.
now, yeah, my least favorite is the one in the bottle, the draft, not the foreign. I'll get it right. Not the extra stout in the bottle. I'm talking about that draft in the bottle. You know what I'm talking about, the 4%? Because it doesn't have the nitro carbonation that you get out of the can, so it doesn't build up that creamy head. It's just like kind of flat. But I did drink some a while back, and it still was good. But it's hard to beat that can when you open it up and it does that. You know, when you pour it in, and it does all that. That's pretty fantastic. But
yeah, I love those nitro cans. I didn't care for them when they first came out. I first tried Guinness with the nitro can. I didn't care for it, but it grew on me. That and the Boddingtons is really good too. I hear Boddingtons gets knocked all the time too.
Way
love
worse than Guinness.
Boddingtons with the nitro can.
Stuart Pickard and myself got attacked. I mean, literally, almost not physically, but people went crazy on us because we were going to do an examination of Boddingtons. This guy said, "Boddingtons, that's an InBev brand. You can't drink that. That's a dead beer. That is a dead beer." And Stuart said, "It doesn't seem dead to me. I just bought it." I mean, we were going crazy, you know. And then Stuart didn't like it too much, but I liked it a lot. And I'm like you, Friar Tuck. The more I drink Boddingtons, the more I'll every time I drink it, I'll pick up things that I didn't pick up before in it. But this beer,
good, real good and tasty. Love the taste of it.
oh man! Now this thing here has so much of a rich flavor. Let's get into the flavor. Brandon, tell us what you're getting because I know you're enjoying it.
Well, the flavor up front, you do get some of those flavor, some of those aromas you picked out, but the roastiness really also comes out very well. It's not overwhelming. It comes out very smooth. Definitely get the malt in there. And it's just not a very bitter beer, but it's a pleasant bitterness.
Yeah. You think the bitterness is coming from the hops and the roastiness, like the char?
I would think so.
It says generous hops. They don't say what the IBU is, but it says a bittersweet balance, and I agree with that. Full flavored and natural bite. Yeah, I have to go along with this description. Everybody else, tell me what you think.
Definitely big roasted barley, and definitely one of the hoppier Guinness. Not to say it's an IPA or anything like that, but there's definitely, I think, between, like you said earlier, between the roasted barley and the hop, you get that unique bitterness to it. Pretty tasty brew.
Oh man, it's got that cherry note and sugariness too a little bit. What do you think, John?
I have to agree with what you guys are saying. I mean, it's just a phenomenal upfront stout. I mean, to me, like I said, it's my favorite of the Guinness series, and I would definitely buy this beer again.
Oh man, me too. Friar Tuck, your opinion is pretty favorable too, huh?
Oh yeah. This is outstanding. I'm getting a little bit more of a watery mouthfeel though than I'm thinking maybe you guys are. I don't know, but I am getting that roastiness on the back part of my tongue and that from it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a watery mouthfeel. No way.
I get a little bit cloying in the back, and that might be the alcohol or the, like you said, the malt or whatever that they use in it. You get that like after you take a glass of milk or something, you get that in the back. But what first, and when it first touches the front of my tongue, front of my mouth, it's pretty watery feeling, pretty clean tasting, and then like I said, the roastiness and that kicks in the back part.
Yeah, I'd like to have a 32 ounce to really get into it, but I don't. Sadly, I don't have one of those Nigerian big boys, you know.
Big bomb. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Man, if you drank a 32 ounce of this, can you imagine what kind of problems would develop?
I'm taking a nice little nap after that.
Mm-hmm.
You would be saying so much stuff online that you would regret, probably. Well, if anybody's watching this and they've never had this beer, I would say don't hesitate. If you see it, buy it, because you know how this goes. You go back to the store and say, I'll just get it next month. You go back there next month, it's gone. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's a rare beer, but in America, it's one of those touch and go kind of things. It's not guaranteed to be there.
It's not an easy beer to find, really, that I found around here.
Yeah, there's a handful of places around here that sell it, but most places don't sell it. Now, Guinness, yeah, everybody sells that. I can go to the gas station and get Guinness. But this foreign extra stout, no. There's only about...
The 6% stout I can usually find pretty easily, too, in the big bottles, the pint bottles. Or the extra, like you said, the foreign extra is a little tough to come by. I mean, every corner's got a package store in Connecticut. Pretty much every town has at least one or two. And like I said, I happened to stumble across this near where my daughters dance, which is about 20 minutes from me, and I'm like, I'm just going to pick it up. I didn't even really care what the price was at the time. Like I said, it was like 9 and change or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You don't see it everywhere, so like you said.
It's a beautiful bottle, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty sharp looking.
Wait, hold on a second. Brandon said I did that with a 22-ounce bottle of Bourbon County coffee.
Yeah, I was saying a lot of things I don't remember. I'm glad it wasn't live on Google Plus.
Hey, man, I could tell you, and never mind, keep going. I was going to talk about that Coney Island human blockhead barrel age, but I better not bring that up. Dynamite beer, though, beyond belief, really, but you can't hardly ever get it. But, yeah, this thing is semi-rare around here in America, but it's awesome. I mean, get it, buy it, and try it. And if you don't like this, well, I guess you just don't like stouts because it's awesome. You know, and I'm going to bring up a topic in a minute that could cause some controversy, even though I believe what I'm about to say about beer, if you'll allow me to say it.
All right, say what you want.
There you go.
Okay, I'm drinking this beer, and I love it. To me, it's 100 out of 100, if you want to be honest.
Yeah, I'd give it that.
It might have flaws, but, I mean, you have to be the most nitpickiest person ever to rip on this thing, in my opinion. But maybe somebody doesn't like it. I don't know how that could be possible. But, okay. But I'm gonna show you another strong beer that, to me, has a lot of positive characteristics, too, that is less pricey, but it will take you into, you know, it'll take you down the road where you want to go in the high gravity thing. I caught a little hell for bringing this up. You know, last year I was doing it was on Mardi Gras Day. I didn't go to Mardi Gras parades. And oh, by the way, happy Lundi Gras, everybody. But Lundi Gras. Tomorrow's Mardi Gras. But I didn't go to any parades on Mardi Gras Day last year because it was about 50 degrees and it was raining. And I was like, "What? How would that be enjoyable?" You know. So me and my friends said, let's just cancel it. And they're all backing out tomorrow. They said we don't want to go to that. And I can't really disagree. But I was doing a series of videos on. I was doing a series of videos on Fuller's Vintage Ale. All right. And I was thinking about, you know, how, you know, these really strong beers have their place and everything. And I love the Fuller's, and I was bragging on it, of course. But it was $7.99 a bottle. And that's a lot of money for a 500 milliliter bottle, right? So yeah, I brought up the topic of Schlitz Gold Bull High Gravity VSL, and I was saying that, and then that's when all the hell broke loose. People were saying, you know, he's crazy. But I think they missed the point of what I was saying about the Schlitz VSL. I said, look, I said the vintage ale's awesome, of course. I said, but I wouldn't say that it's way better than the Schlitz VSL because the Schlitz VSL is 8.5%. I think the Fuller's Vintage is 7.5. But I said it was better, but I said it wasn't appreciably better. That's what I said. It wasn't appreciably better. And all I said was you could do pretty well getting the VSL 4-pack. You can get a 4-pack of this for about $3. $3. And I said you'd come out all right on the quality level and the enjoyment level. I don't think that made me a crazy person.
Will that be made available to us in New Orleans, Jay?
Huh? The VSL?
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, we don't have Schlitz Gold Bull down here. You can get it in West Louisiana, but y'all aren't going to West Louisiana. I'm trying to think. Nah, that's a rare little son of a gun. You can find it in Tallahassee, Florida, but you'd have to drink about 4 of them to really think on it. You know what I mean?
I used to be able to find 24-ounce cans of that up my way, but like I said, that was like for 2 summers or 2 years, and then it was gone.
I haven't seen a Schlitz malt liquor around here forever.
You can get Schlitz malt liquor. No, wait, hold on, time out. You can get Schlitz malt liquor. I can help you out with that. But that's 5.9. That's a whole different animal. But you cannot get the Schlitz Gold Bull. Now, you might see it on the way down here. I don't know. But
Yeah.
but a lot of people that will jump on my case and say, yeah. They're not going to sit there and buy a 24-ounce can of Schlitz Gold Bull and drink. Now, once you get about halfway through the can, or you'll start to really think about it. Like you'll really be able to like have a lot of thoughts about the beer that you didn't have before you started drinking it. And if people don't do the process, they won't grasp the concept. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just like after a half a bottle of Bourbon County, after you're halfway through it, you're not thinking too much, hey, I'm drinking a Bourbon County.
If you don't do the process, you won't grasp the concept. And like I said in that video last year, I said, bulls do not come at you weak. And bulls don't come at you weak, and Guinness Foreign Extra Stout doesn't come at you weak. Guinness Foreign Extra Stout is going to live up. I mean, it's like, I don't want to get into a whole bunch of stuff, but I rip a lot on what you call it, session IPAs, because when I drink a session IPA, I feel cheated. Like, it's like, what's the point of this? And people got so angry at me saying that. Who are you to criticize session IPAs? I said I just don't like them. You don't have hardly any alcohol. It's 4.5% alcohol. All it is like a bunch of bitter water. Oh.
Yeah. That's another good one.
I was asking about that. I was asking about that yesterday, Saturday. The lady told me it was gone and it sold out in a few days. How is it?
What'd you have, Friar Tuck?
The Guinness Generous Ale.
How is it?
It was really good. I enjoyed it. I've got this. This came in their new winter pack. I think is what it was. Jay, there was the Irish ones that you got. They were blowing out at Mathern's that one. What was it? Last summer or last fall? Whatever the heck it was.
Last summer it was $4.99 an 8-pack.
Yeah, they're like $13, $14 around here when they're new and they come out. And then I saw that same pack in another package store by me, still at the same price. They weren't blowing them out or anything.
Yeah, that's what it is right here. Friar, it's about $14, $15 for that little pack.
Yeah, you get, what do you get? You get like 8 beers or something in it, I think.
Yeah, 8. I'd pay it, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I paid. I think I got these in upstate New York back around Christmas time or Thanksgiving, and I picked that one. Came in it, and there was two Smittix in there too.
Oh, the Pale Ale. That was an awesome beer.
The Winter Spirit.
This man's killing me.
And then there was they put a Kilkenny Irish Cream Ale in that one too, in that mixed pack.
I'm depressed now. I'm depressed because I haven't had any of those 3. Why did you have to put this on here?
These are both really good. If you can find it, Jay, pick it up. Even if you have to pay like $12, $13, whatever it is, down your way.
Can't find it. Can't find it. He's just gonna keep showing it, even though I can't find it. He's just showing it right in my face.
Really tasty though. Yeah, I got those 2 cans left, and the rest of them I drank. They're really good. It comes with a regular Guinness, I believe, in it too.
He's gonna brag on it. Now,
in the widget can.
I can't one-up you, but I can say this to you. I tried when I bought that summer pack for $4.99 an 8-pack, I did buy the Smittix Pale Ale.
Yep.
And that stuff was great. That stuff was awesome.
Yeah, really good.
Everyone I drank was better than the previous one. But here he is. Well, Friar Tuck, I'm going to tell you this right now. If I find that 8-pack, I'll buy it. And I think I know of one more place I could go to, and that's Rouse's in Belle Chase. That's a long drive, though. Golly. I got to figure this out. Anyway, let's get back to. Okay, so that's awesome. You got these Guinness variants that are so like odd, and you know what? You know what's the most?
Whoa! You're gonna get so criticized for calling them Guinness variances. I'm just kidding. Hard time, Jay.
Hey, let me tell you why they're so odd. I talk to people in Europe, in the British Isles, Ireland, and England. They can't get any of those beers. They don't even sell them over there. Like, they said we can't even get that stuff over here. It's only made for export to the U.S. Like that Smithwick's Pale Ale and this oddball Guinness stuff that he's showing. And remember that Guinness Red Harvest Ale that came out 2 years ago?
Yeah. I think I saved the can of that too.
Can't get that in Ireland. Isn't that insane? But oh man, all that stuff is so good. Yeah, it's macro beer and it is awesome and I love it. Yeah, there it is. There's that baby. That's a jewel. That is a jewel. That is a jewel.
It was really good.
Brandon, have you had any of that stuff? Brandon?
What's that?
Have you had any of those?
I have not. No. It doesn't surprise me because some beers are made by European breweries just for export to the U.S., so that's not surprising.
Yeah, it's irritating, though, to them. Oh, 1801. By the way, that was the same year that Ireland became part of the United Kingdom, which they're not part of anymore. Well, Northern Ireland is. Just thought I'd throw that in there for no particular reason. I'll tell you what, this beer is great, and I wish I had another one. Sadly, I do not. So I'll have to drink some hot tea in a minute. But that's it. It's gone. It's like it's disappointing to see it go away.
Well, let me say this. We had a beer tasting about 2 weeks ago on a Saturday night, and it got down to the last end, and me and Charles drank one apiece, and I think by the time it was all over with, he drank about a half a drink of beer, and it was wasted, and I drank about one beer, and it was wasted, and woke up the next morning going, shit, them whole beers was wasted, Chuck.
That was last Saturday.
Last Saturday.
You don't even remember what day it is. You can't waste the beer. I don't believe in that wasting the beer stuff.
When you had what we had, we're sad to say we did waste those beers.
Oh, that's a crime. But now wait. I have to qualify what I'm saying. I say don't waste the beer, and then here I am talking, and I'm the guy that made the video of the camo silver ice where I slung it against the fence. That's a crime that they actually produced that stuff. People will tell me I don't like this. This is where we're getting theoretical. People will say I don't like Budweiser. Budweiser is bad. I say wait a minute. You don't know what bad is.
No.
If you drink camo black ice or camo extra X or camo silver ice, you would think Budweiser was the most fantastic beer ever produced. You see, you got to put it in the right perspective.
Beer 30.
Yeah.
Okay? Oh, beer 30.
Beer 30.
Oh, yeah, beer 30. Beer 30 ice, that stuff is rough. Really rough.
I was at Acquista Pace on Saturday, and they had Milwaukee's Special Reserve. I said, oh, no. It was $13.99 a 30-pack. I said, that's about $13 too much. So when you drink, if you're not down in the gutter, and I mean the gutter, you know what I'm talking about? People, you just don't know. I mean, you drink stuff like that is, it's beyond the pale. It's like you can't even conceive. We're drinking a beer tonight that's so wonderful, but you go to the other end of the spectrum and that beer 30 ice and this Clear Creek ice and this Milwaukee's Classic ice and all of this stuff. I don't even have words for it. Then you appreciate a Budweiser after that.
If you ever get a chance to drink a beer called Rylander Light, I'm going to tell you what, you will definitely appreciate a nice Budweiser after having that beer. $2.99 12-pack.
Rhinelander.
And that is made by Minhas. And Minhas is an infamous company that makes terrible beers. They can make good beers now.
Yeah.
When they want to.
60.
But what they mostly make is wretched little, horrible little beers. Like this Boxer lager that I bought.
Hey, Rhinelander. We see like
Nasty, nasty little bottle. Look at that little pony. These things were horrible. I almost dumped these, almost. I usually can power through almost any beer. This year I was real close to dumping this one.
The Rhinelander?
Yeah, the little shorty bottles. Guy in, was he in Maryland or Delaware? Somewhere. Sent me a whole 8-pack of these ponies in a trade.
Oh, Lord, that stuff is an atrocity to mankind. I tell you what, they sell this filth. They sell this at Trader Joe's, Simpler Times.
Well, Trader Joe's got some good beers.
They do, but this ain't one of them. You drink Simpler Times, I swear, each sip was negotiated. It's like each sip you have to think about it so you don't puke while you drink it. I hate to talk like that. It sounds terrible, but it's true. So
you want to go on to the next sip.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And I went to Texas and I bought that Frio Light. I mean, you just cannot believe how bad it is. Anyway,
it was a light beer too. It was horrible taste, or just watery, or what was it?
Oh no, well, I could deal with watery. It tasted terrible. I mean, each sip, I said, "Oh God." I said, "But I'm gonna do it. I will do it. I will drink all 6 cans." It was hell. I just drank 6. I just drank them 6 in a row just to get through it. I mean, it was like you had to get through it.
What was the one you did a review on? You said it tasted like roofing tar or something.
Oh yeah, that was the Beer 30.
Oh, that was Beer 30, right? It was during a hurricane or something. I think you had down there. You were drinking one of those, I think.
Boxer lager during the hurricane.
It might have been Boxer. Yeah, you were saying this is horrible. Horrible. It tastes like roofing tar. It has a roofing tar aftertaste or something.
Yeah, and cheap grape soda. A lot of those beers have that. It's terrible, 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 terrible. So I can admire Budweiser after going through the torment, the pure torment of drinking all of this stuff. Anyway, you know.
What's that one at the drugstore sells, Chuck? Big Flats. You ever had a Big Flats?
1901? Now, see, that's not as bad.
Get it? Genesee, I think, makes that, don't they?
Yeah. That's just a scummy little beer, but it's not horrible. It's just like a bad version of Genesee. And if you ask me, Genesee ain't that great.
This one here is made by Genesee, too, and this one was pretty horrible.
Big Flats is what you call neighbor beer. When the neighbor comes over, that's what you give them.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't give my neighbor that stuff. They tried to that stuff is rank. You know, Big Flats is a joke.
I actually seen Big Flats Ice last time I was in Gatlinburg.
Big Flats Ice?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd buy it just for the can. But,
yeah, that sounds interesting.
I'd hate it having to drink it just to get the can, but I'd hate it. You know, so John, we've done stuff like Mickey's. We've examined what did we examine? Old Milwaukee's Best, Old Milwaukee, Pabst Blue Ribbon. You take those beers that we're describing that are so horrendous. A beer like Milwaukee's Best is really a good beer.
Yeah, it is.
When you compare it to that garbage that you could actually go and buy, and think about how bad of an alcoholic a person has to be to actually buy that stuff so they can save $1 and they can get drunk. Now, you got to go get treatment now. Go get help. I don't care. You know, it's serious. You have a serious problem because you are not enjoying that beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one thing trying it once or twice just to try it, you know, but it's another thing when you go and purchase it yet again afterwards. Then there's something really wrong with it.
Right. So if you want to know, am I an alcoholic? Do I have a drinking problem? If you're buying 30 packs of Milwaukee's Special Reserve, yes, you are an alcoholic. Badly.
I was at the local drugstore and bought that last beer we had, and I stood behind 4 people in line, and every one of them had either Busch Light or Natural Ice Light. And I thought, you guys got a real problem.
No. Now, I could drink natural ice all day, and I would say I'm an enthusiast.
Yeah.
You're drinking if you're drinking name tag lager, you're a drunk. You're an alcoholic. You're a problem drinker. You need counseling. Now, but anyway, enough of the theoretics. This was about Guinness Foreign Extra Stout, and this is an awesome beer. And I love extra strong high alcohol stouts like Lion Stout and what's some other really strong stouts? Old Rasputin.
Yeah.
Narwhal.
Guinness.
Against the grain.
Those are the greatest. When they're up to 10% alcohol and all, those taste so good.
I
Anyway,
like old Rasputin.
huh?
I like a good old Rasputin.
Oh, man. How about Norwal?
Oh,
That's
yeah. Yeah.
Well, I can get serious with some Norwal. Now, but that's enthusiasm. That's not alcoholism. See, people don't understand the difference. But anyway, thanks for watching this interesting video production. Well, it was interesting to me, at least. And y'all come on down to Mississippi or Louisiana or Indiana or Connecticut.